Hi guys, today we are gonna discuss when buying a flooded car can be a smart decision. And first of all, of course, it is a price question, because if you don't have a discount of about 20-25% from the price of a non-accidental and good condition car, then there is no reason to buy a flooded car. But not all flooded cars are the same, and the main question today would be which flooded cars you can consider buying and which you should avoid at all costs. To understand the condition and possible issues with the flooded car, you should of course know the whole story of this car and this flood. What you should know first is whether the car was flooded in the salty or clean water, because it's an extremely big difference. And if it was a salty water, then don't go for this car. You would never win this fight with rust. And if water was inside the car, it is extremely easy to identify whether it was salty or not. You just need to check a seat mount. If it is rusty, then 90% of chance it was a salty water. And if the water was clean, then you can continue your research on this car. The second thing you should check is how deep the car was in water. Usually, if you look for the car at the auction, they would mark a water level. If not, and if the car wasn't in a good detailing center, then you would find a water level inside the interior. You would just see the water line, and it would be a little bit different in color, or it would have some dirt. I would say that critical water level starts usually from the lowest point of the dashboard. Also, it is worth mentioning that if you are going to consider buying a technically complicated car like German or British brand, then probably you shouldn't go for the flooded car at all, because they have a lot of electronics under the floor. And any water level could be critical and cause serious problems. By the way guys, if you enjoy this video, please press the like button and subscribe for more about cars and money. Okay, that's about electronics condition, but what about engine? Of course, you should find out whether the car was stuck during driving through the deep water. And if the answer is yes, then the next question should be what the owner did after it. And the worst thing he or she could do is trying to start the car once again. And usually most owners try to do it, and that ruins the engine. However, if the driver knew what to do and immediately after stopping the car he went to the service, to the garage, and tried to remove air filter and dry all intake, then it could be quite okay. Of course, make a proper pre-purchase inspection of the car. And the last but not least is how long the car spent inside the water. And I'm not talking only about being in the deep water itself, but also about the situation when you take car out of the water, but it's still wet. The more car spent inside the water, the more water penetrates inside everything. I mean engine, gearbox, four-wheel drive system, everything. I would say that here the critical time is about 24 hours. And then, if it is more, then the owner should take care of the car and change all oils in his cars, and usually nobody do it. So the ideal flooded car that you can consider buying should be a simple basic model, I don't know, Nissan Sunny, Toyota Corolla, something like that. And the ideal situation for this flood should be the car parked during, for example, a huge rain, the heavy rain, and it was flooded just a little bit over the floor level. After that, immediately, okay, in 10 hours, the responsible driver towed it to the service, to the garage, and made a full detailing with removing all interior and drying everything out. And in that situation, the car should be quite okay. And you would probably ask me then, why then you should consider buying such car only with a discount of minimum 20%? Because even if a flooded car was ideally dried out, ideally repaired, which usually is not true, but still, if it was, still you would have more risks of electronics issues, and all other issues with the car. So you should get a discount for that risks. Please comment below if you had an experience of driving, selling and buying flooded cars. Once again, press the like button, it supports the channel a lot, and subscribe for more. Thank you and see you soon.